You may be entitled to thousands of dollars in Social Security benefits from your ex-spouse and not even know it. Here's a surprising truth most divorced individuals don't realize. If you were married for at least 10 years, if you're currently unmarried, and if your ex qualifies for Social Security, you could receive up to 50% of their full retirement benefit without touching your own. Even if they've remarried, even if you haven't spoken in decades. And no, they don't have to give you permission, and it won't affect their benefits at all. But here's the catch. These benefits don't show up automatically. You have to know the rules, understand the timing, and in some cases, you have to ask for it. And if you get it wrong, you could end up locking in lower benefits for the rest of your life, missing out on spousal income entirely, or delaying benefits that would have paid you sooner. Today, I'm going to walk you through how divorced spousal benefits work, how much you may be entitled to, and how to avoid costly mistakes when filing. Because if you qualify, you deserve to claim what's yours. If you're new here, I'm Mark Wisneski, president of Southern Incomes, where we help near retirees and retirees create customized, tax-smart retirement income that lasts. When it comes to Social Security, especially for divorced individuals, most of what's out there is either confusing or incomplete. Today, we're cutting through all that noise and walking through the exact rules for divorced Social Security benefits. How much you could receive, even if your ex is remarried, whether your ex even has to be collecting benefits yet, and when it might make the most sense to claim your record instead of theirs. This is about getting what's legally entitled to you and making sure that you don't leave money on the table. Let's get into it. Part 1, who qualifies for divorced spousal benefits? This is the foundation, because if you meet just a few key criteria, you could be eligible to receive up to 50% of your ex-spouse's full Social Security benefit. Here are the main requirements. Number 1, you must have been married for at least 10 years. This is non-negotiable. If your marriage lasted 10 years or more and you're now divorced, you've cleared the first hurdle. And that means a 9-year and 11-month marriage doesn't count. But if you are married for 10 years and 1 day, you're in. It doesn't matter how long ago your divorce happened. It doesn't matter who initiated it. And your ex-spouse doesn't even need to be aware that you're filing. This is your legal right. 2, you must be currently unmarried. To collect a divorced spousal benefit, you must not be married today. If you remarry, you typically forfeit the ability to claim on your ex-spouse's record, unless that later marriage ends by death, divorce, or annulment, in which case you may regain eligibility. So, if you've remained unmarried since a divorce, you can still claim, even if your ex has moved on and remarried. 3, your ex must be eligible for Social Security benefits. Your ex must be at least 62 years old and eligible for benefits, even if they haven't started collecting yet. Now, here's the key. If you've been divorced for at least 2 years, you don't have to wait for them to start collecting. You can file based on their record as long as they're eligible. This is called being independently entitled to benefits. 4, you must be at least 62. So just like the standard Social Security rules, you must be at least 62 to start collecting divorced spousal benefits. However, if you claim at 62, you'll receive a reduced amount, not the full 50%. If you want the maximum spousal benefit, you need to wait until your full retirement age. That's usually between 66 and 67, depending on your birth year. 5, your benefit must be lower than your spousal benefit. You can't double dip. Social Security will pay you the higher of the two amounts, either your own benefit or what you're entitled to as a divorced spouse. So, if your benefit at full retirement age is $900 per month, but 50% of your ex's benefit is $1,200 per month, you'll get the higher amount, that $1,200 per month. You won't receive both. The bottom line is, if you were married for 10 plus years, you're currently unmarried, you're 62 or older, and your own Social Security benefit is lower than 50% of your ex's, you may qualify for thousands per year in divorced spousal benefits. And depending on your situation, that could add up to tens of thousands or more over your retirement. Part 2, how much you could receive. receive and when to claim. So now that you know you qualify, the next question is, how much can you actually receive? And when is the right time to claim it? Let's break this down clearly. What you're entitled to, that up to 50% of your ex-spouse's full benefit. If you wait until your full retirement age, the FRA, which is between 66 and 67, depending on your birth year, you can receive up to 50% of your ex-spouse's primary insurance amount. So, for example, if your ex is entitled to $2,800 per month at their full retirement age, you could receive $1,400 per month as a divorced spouse. And this has no impact on their benefits or their new spouses if they've remarried. But here's the key. You only get that full 50% if you wait until your full retirement age. If you claim early, you'll get less. You can start collecting as early as age 62, but your benefit will be reduced, just like with your own Social Security. So at 62, you might only receive 32.5% of your ex's benefit. That's a permanent reduction for the rest of your life. And you won't be eligible for delayed retirement credits by waiting past FRA because spousal benefits don't earn those. So if you want to earn the full amount, you need to wait until your full retirement age, not your ex's. What if you're also eligible for your own Social Security? Here's what most people don't realize. You'll receive the higher of the two amounts, not both. So let's say your benefit at FRA is $900 per month. 50% of your ex's is $1,300 per month. Social Security will compare the two and pay you that $1,300 amount total. You're not going to get the $900 plus the $1,300 per month. Sorry. If your own benefit is higher, you'll simply get the amount and you won't receive any spousal benefit at all. What if your ex hasn't filed yet? You can still claim benefits based on their record as long as they're at least 62 and you've been divorced for 2 years or more. They do not have to be receiving Social Security. They won't be notified. It will not reduce or affect their benefits in any way. This is one of the few claiming secrets that people miss, and it can make a huge difference in your retirement income strategy. Part 3, common mistakes divorced claimants make and how to avoid them. Social Security can already feel complicated. Add divorce into the mix, it's no wonder so many people end up leaving money on the table. Let's walk through the most common mistakes that I've seen divorced retirees make and how to avoid them. Mistake number 1, assuming that you don't qualify because you're divorced. This is by far the biggest one. Many people believe divorced spousal benefits are only available to married couples. But if you were married for 10 years or more and you're now unmarried, you may qualify even if you got divorced decades ago, or your ex has remarried, or you haven't talked to them in years. You don't need their permission. You don't even need their involvement. This is your right under Social Security law. Mistake number 2, claiming too early and locking in that reduced benefit. Remember, spousal benefits are permanently reduced if you claim before your full retirement age. Many divorced individuals file as soon as they turn 62, only to find out that they could have received 20% or even more in additional monthly income had they waited. So if you're healthy and have other income sources, it's often smarter to wait until full retirement age and lock in that full 50% benefit. Mistake number 3, not coordinating with other income sources. If you're also eligible for your own Social Security benefit, or you have a pension, part-time income, or retirement withdrawals, you need to coordinate how and when you claim. So you might want to start with your own benefit and switch to your ex's later, or vice versa, depending on the amounts. And it's important to account for taxes, IRM/AA thresholds, and Medicare enrollment windows. This is where a custom plan really makes a difference. Filing without a strategy can cost you thousands over time. Mistake number 4, believing you'll hurt your ex by claiming this. This is a myth and a common emotional barrier. Your claim doesn't affect your ex-spouse's benefit, period. It doesn't reduce their check. It doesn't hurt their new spouse if they've remarried, and they will never be notified. Social Security keeps these records entirely separate, so you can claim what you're entitled to without any impact on them. Part 4, when to file and what documents you'll need. If you've gone through a divorce and qualify for spousal benefits, benefits. The first step is to file at the right time using the right paperwork. And that avoids delays and headaches and other costly mistakes. So let's walk through exactly how to do that. When to file. Timing matters. You can apply as early as age 62, but remember, you'll receive a reduced benefit if you file before your full retirement age, that FRA. You'll only get the full 50% spousal benefit if you wait until FRA. If your own benefit is higher than the spousal benefit, you'll simply receive your own. So a tip here is run both numbers, your own and your ex-spouse's estimate, to see which one pays more. A financial professional can help with this kind of analysis. And if your ex hasn't filed for Social Security yet, don't worry. You can still apply if you've been divorced for at least 2 years and they're at least 62. What you'll need to file. Social Security doesn't automatically offer you divorce benefits. You need to request them when you apply. Here's what to gather before you file. Number 1, your ex-spouse's full name and date of birth. 2, their Social Security number. If you have it, it's not required, but it's helpful. 3, the dates of your marriage and divorce. 4, your marriage certificate and divorce decree. The SSA may ask for certified copies of these. 5, your own birth certificate and Social Security card. It's okay if you don't have everything, just know that having proper documentation will help speed up the process. You can file online at ssa.gov by calling the Social Security Administration or by scheduling an appointment at your local SSA office. Navigating Social Security as a divorced individual can be complicated, but it doesn't have to be overwhelming. You've earned the right to these benefits, and with the right timing and strategy, you could unlock tens of thousands in additional income during retirement. Don't guess, and don't let outdated information keep you from getting what's yours. If you're unsure what benefit you're eligible for or when you should claim, book a free call with my team at Southern Incomes. We'll walk you through your options, help you build a custom retirement income plan, and make sure that you're getting the most out of every dollar that you've earned. Click the link in the description box to schedule your call today.